What do you do when you find out your new house is the most haunted house in England? Do you A, move right in and find out for yourself? Or B, Google it to see if there's a long list of tragic deaths and terrifying hauntings that occurred there before you? Well, if you chose A, then congratulations, because you're the star of this story. But instead of finding ghosts, you found out your new home is the Rectory at Borley, a village in Essex. Built in 1862, it was here for 70 years before it gained its ghostly reputation. But by the 1930s, people claimed to see the ghost of a little girl in a Victorian nightgown, and the ghost of a man who died in the house in 1920. And these were just the beginning of the paranormal events that would eventually earn it the title of the most haunted house in England. Stories of strange happenings at Borley Rectory reached all the way to the offices of the Daily Mail, which sent 2 investigators to the home in 1939. They concluded that the house was indeed haunted, having witnessed strange lights and hearing disembodied footsteps. But other investigators weren't so convinced. The skeptics claimed that the sounds were likely made by mice and that the ghost stories were the result of mass hysteria. However, the believers had an explanation for those skeptics. In 1974, one of the priests who'd lived in the house claimed that he'd seen the ghost of a woman in the garden, and that he'd felt a cold spot whenever he walked past the nursery where the little girl was said to have died. Now, since no one could prove or disprove these claims, it led to even more theories about the house. Some say the little girl's ghost wrote the name of her killer on the wall in blood. Others say that a former resident, the Reverend Lionel Foyster, used the power of suggestion to make the townspeople believe that the house was haunted, even though he was the one haunting it. Whatever the truth, the ghost stories brought unwanted attention to the rectory and made it difficult for new tenants to stay for long. By the 1990s, the building was in serious need of repair, so the church decided to put it up for sale. Today, the overgrown lawn and boarded-up windows give the house an eerie appearance, but it's not much of a money pit. It was placed on the market for £750,000 in 2017. And considering the house's history, it's safe to assume that any new owner will be signing a very haunted lease. Now check out what really happens when you die, or click this other video instead.